Hi, good morning, everyone, and welcome to my final commentary of the commentary to the final lecture, Lecture 15 on sustainability modeling. First I'll say that it was an enjoyable experience interacting with you in this class, even in this format, and I'm going to get back to that. And I enjoyed the class very much. I enjoyed reading your papers and your commentaries, and it was really an enjoyable experience. And I appreciate the fact that you sort of hung in there, and this is trying a new class with a new format. So I want to thank you. So this lecture covers integrated models, and it sort of takes us back to the beginning of the class and how the class got started. I explained a little bit my motivation for developing this class, and essentially having a class that brought together several issues on sustainability in a way that they could be integrated, in a way that could be integrated in a quantitative way, and that will allow us to look into making simulations, making predictions. Although I've told you I don't like that word very much, but you will stumble upon it fairly often, and the use of system dynamics theory and modeling to tackle sustainability issues, at the same time using sustainability issues to learn and to teach you about system dynamics, which I think it's a very powerful tool. It's as you saw, it's a tool that allows you to look at systems of pretty much any complexity. You can start with something that has a single stock, a couple of stocks, 20 stocks, and figuring out the feedbacks and the loops and how the variables relate to each other. The interface for simulation is fairly straightforward, it's fairly simple. Even if you use VenSim, or if you use other tools like Stella, like PowerSim, and other software pieces that are out there, I think you'll find that they're fairly similar in their simplicity. So I hope that we've conveyed that to you over the class. The nice thing about system dynamics, and you've heard me say this a couple times, is it's a very powerful technique because it allows you to combine variables that have different origins, data sources that can be very diverse, from straight out single point data that you can incorporate through tables, through to graphs that you may have from a data source, to empirical formulas, to just more scientific based approaches, and everything in one platform in a fairly easy way to debug. And you've been debugging your own models as you go and trying to figure out what's wrong. It's fairly straightforward to pick up where you can make mistakes. So it's very powerful tool, and I hope that you've learned enough to continue using it in your research, in your professional careers. I certainly do that myself, and I hope you enjoy the class from that perspective. I am going to leave up the Facebook group up as a resource, as well as the Dropbox folder, so you have the materials there. You can come back to it anytime. I'm not going to take it down. And I see, I wanted to, in return for that, I want to ask you all a favor. I want to get your honest and sincere impressions on how this class can be improved, and anything in life can be improved. Certainly this class is no exception. And I already have many ideas as to how we can improve it, but I'd like to hear your suggestions from your perspective. So feel free to drop me a line. You can actually put it on the Facebook page, on the discussion box. Anything that has to do with the format, with the delivery. And I know, I've received some informal comments as to, well, it would have been better to have some actual personal contact, and I understand that, but I also go back to reiterating this is, the way we've designed this class is that it can actually be used to reach a much broader audience that's dispersed, perhaps all over the world. So hopefully this class will evolve towards that. And I understand the benefits of having the one-on-one interactions, and I don't discard that at all. But I think this class has been designed for sort of become a next generation. So I'm looking for suggestions that have more to do, well, if we keep the current format, how can we tweak it to make it better, okay? Because the intention of this class is that it will continue to be offered online, and it'll be continued to offer more as a massive class. So hopefully, this time around in spring 2014, we had 10 registered students. So maybe, I'd like to reach, many more than that. So with that said, I'll go back to my initial comment. It was a pleasure interacting with you. I hope you enjoyed the class. I hope you continue going back to system dynamics as a tool for your own research and for your own activities. I offer myself as a resource to you in terms of advising, in terms of more on the technical side of the use of system dynamics, and I'll keep actually updating not only keep up the Facebook page and the Dropbox, but I may actually continue adding stuff, adding readings, adding new pieces of literature that come on board. So with that said, I'll stop there. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you have a great rest of the semester and a great summer, okay, and a great career ahead. Thank you.